Confucius, the great Chinese philosopher, said in 500 BC, "Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it." 2,500 years later, George Bernard Shaw, the Irish dramatist, said, "Nothing is worth doing unless the consequences may be serious." Were they talking about scuba diving? Hardly, but the principles ring true. On Monday the 23rd of September 1957, a group of like-minded people met to discuss diving in Jamaica. Interest had been generated by an article on skin diving in the Daily Gleaner, and it was agreed that if there was sufficient interest in the subject locally, a club would be started along the lines of similar organisations already existing in other parts of the world. It was pointed out that the British Sub-Aqua Club could provide instruction and safe training for novices and expert supervision at all times.
As a branch of the British Sub-Aqua Club, this is an international organization, and the training you get with us is an international qualification you receive. It's not just a local Jamaican qualification. We are associated with the CMAs, which is the World Underwater Federation, and which means that you can dive anywhere with our qualification.
Welcome to the club history, celebrating 50 years from 1957 to 2007 of diving in Jamaica.
I got tired to see my face. Can't get me out of the race. Oh man, you said I'm in your place. And then you draw back yard. I make you draw back yard.
I remember clearly when I came here in 1958, I was a junior engineer on a Swedish-American line cruise ship. The water, you know, you were impressed by coming in through the quays and you see this clear water, and in the harbor was very clear. Kids were diving for coins, you know, passengers on the ships, they threw coins in the water. Well, the ship was being towed and pushed into the dock, and you could see them diving down 20, 30 feet maybe, you know, and still could see them. When we had spare time, we didn't stay very long, but we had enough time that could walk ashore and walk along Harbour Street, and it was quite peaceful, you know, nobody really troubled you or so, and you could go to the clubs. And I remember walking back to the ship at 2 o'clock in the morning without any thought of anybody gonna attack you. Yeah, we dive. We usually had training dives on Saturdays. And that was a big event because lots of people came out, whether they were training or just for the fun of diving, and we dived Cow Bay almost every Saturday. And we had this old lady in Grant's Pen who cooked our lunch there, and that was a big event. But we could be maybe 20, 25 people there on a Saturday. So that was a nice event. you had to be dedicated because it really took a lot of your time. You had to do lectures, you know. We had lecture nights every Thursday before we're doing the drinking session. And then you had to plan the diving. You had to keep all the logs. You know, we fill in these big sheets of information for each dive.
But I think the impact of the club has been mostly in its ability to train people and interest people in scuba diving. It was marvelous because until the university set up its own little university sub-aqua club, the Jamaica Sub-Aqua Club was the only place people could go to get formal training. And I think a lot of our students got formal training through it.
We still lucky to have those wreck sites around here, which makes it still interesting dives. But the other week when we went up to Reggae Beach, and I did one dive at Catherine the Wreck, which was quite a pleasant surprise, because I dived that wreck maybe 1 year after it was put down, and there was just dust on it, and now it's totally overgrown with sponges, corals, and that. And I haven't seen such a nice collection of brain corals and flower corals up on the wheelhouse, on the top of the wheelhouse, and on top of the chimney. It was quite remarkable. New coral, looking very healthy, and that's a good sign. So I don't think we should give up.